much for joining us here for a Monday morning. Yes, I'm Kevin. Matt is unfortunately not here again. He's still recovering from a surgery he had a few weeks ago, and it's going a bit rough for him. So please seriously say a prayer for Matt. Hopefully he'll be back next week. He thinks he will be. We hope he will. We miss you, Matt. Matt, what are you doing? I do have to say though, since it wasn't a lobotomy, I understand if you can't walk or anything, you can still talk on a microphone. So I don't know. I think it's just an excuse not to do a show. So get on it, Matt. Anyway, yeah, prayers for Matt. Hopefully he'll be back with us next week. I'm gonna have a quick one today. I've got to go and clean our apartments. For those of you who don't know, that's one of my jobs here. We have a guest house in Reitenwinkel, Germany, and I take care of the flats, the apartments. So I have to clean them and make sure they're all ready to go for the next guests. Today we have guests checking out and guests checking in. So there's a little bit of work going on. And so I'll be fairly quick today. But I do want to talk about a few things. First of all, I want to talk about our recent YouTube statistics, and also a bit about recent news with the SSPX. So first of all, it's really curious, and I don't have any specific statistics because I haven't spent a ton of time on this because I don't have any time. I have 3 children and like 3 jobs. So apologies, everyone. I know people are like, we've had several complaints with these retro videos from like Father Chicoine. And they're like, well, good job, guys. Maybe don't try to make things sound retro. It's better if you can just understand what they're saying. They're actually retro, guys. We are actually we have some videos coming from vinyl records, and some coming from cassette recordings from the 1980s and I think even 70s. So the recording and the quality is bad because they are old. We're not purposely trying to make them sound old. I just couldn't believe some of these comments like, "Oh, you guys don't need to make it sound retro." It's like, you think we would take time to make them sound bad quality? It just, I don't know. Sometimes the listeners, you guys, come on. We're doing our best over here and we want to provide the best content. And sometimes the quality is not good because it is from a cassette tape and we have somehow the ability to turn a cassette tape and put it onto YouTube. But yes, the quality is going to suffer a little bit. So apologies for that, everyone. If you don't like it, then please turn it off. And as I've said on many occasions, if you don't like a video, if you don't like the subject of a video, if you don't like me ranting in a video, then please turn off the video and go to the next one. We have that. That's what the best thing about our channel, I truly believe that, is that we have tons of different types of content. We have an eclectic array of content. You can listen to stuff from the saints and from talking about Our Lady and talking about politics, talking about culture, talking about philosophy, talking with priests about morality. You can decide what you want to listen to or watch. You don't have to watch all of it. It's fine. If you don't like it, then okay, move to the next. But that's what I want to talk about. So right now we have over 11,000 subscribers, which is awesome. I never possibly imagined it. I never imagined getting over 1,000, and I mean that very seriously when we began. It was just supposed to be like, hey, it's going to be this little thing where instead of talking sports, which that's what I did before, then we're going to talk about, culture, religion, etc., things that interested me and my friends. And somehow it's grown and grown and grown. But what's weird, this is what I don't understand. Someone explain this to me. And I'm pretty sure that we are being shadow banned or whatever you want to call it by YouTube. We have 11,000 subscribers. Now, Matt and I began our show like, what, 2.5 years ago now, almost 3 years ago. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's the case. And for sure, I can say like a year ago, we had thousands fewer subscribers, and Matt and I were getting the same amount of views on our shows on Monday morning. So 300 or 400 views per show. Now I think we've almost doubled our subscribers, and we get the same amount of views. Tell me how this makes sense. So I think it either has to be that our subscribers are not actual subscribers, that our content is not actually that good. No one actually wants to listen to me and Matt, or we are being pushed down by YouTube, despite the fact that we have 11,000 subscribers. I actually really thought that, okay, if we get past 10,000, that's going to be a mark where YouTube's going to say, hey, this is legit. This is a good channel. We need to push it. And, they have content every single day, sometimes 2 videos a day. It's sometimes long form content, which YouTube likes the best because then they can get in more commercials. But somehow we've again doubled our subscribers and our views remain the same. Someone please explain this to me. I don't get it. Someone at YouTube, if you're listening to this, tell me what is happening. Our content has not gotten worse, I don't think. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's a little better. Maybe it's a little worse. It's not a lot worse. We're not sitting here just like twiddling our thumbs with no sound so people aren't listening. So I don't understand, and I think I was talking to Mario Dirksen the other day even too, and telling him about our issues, and I told him I think it's an election year, and we have a lot of yeah, I think we have a lot of bots, a lot of AI, whatever you want to call it, from YouTube, from Twitter, and maybe not Twitter, maybe Facebook, Instagram, etc., that are shutting down any sort of conservative traditionalist talk. Any they don't want it. They have to get in there. They're a candidate, and so we know they cheat. We know they cheat. We know that for a fact. I mean, that's come out lately, especially with Facebook, with Meta, that they rigged the election in 2020. I mean, that's like even admitted now by Mark Zuckerberg. So we know they do it. So why wouldn't we just think, okay, we're talking very traditional stuff, Catholic stuff. We're talking about saints and tradition and culture and Trump, I suppose. And so I think that YouTube just it's not someone making the decision. Probably it's just some bot that hears the word Trump, and maybe it's like the phrase "I like Trump," even though not really. I'll vote for Trump. Maybe they hear that. Maybe they hear I'll vote for Trump, and then they just go, okay. Tell you what, until November, nah, we're not gonna. You're done. You're done. I don't know. I don't understand it. It's really kind of bizarre. And I would like to ask. I'd like to do a test. And I know this sounds like I'm just trying to get comments, which well, yeah, that's nice too because it does help other people view this. But if you're actually listening to this, please comment. I don't care if you say hi. That's fine. Say hi. If you're listening to this, say hi. And I'd say even better, tell me how many months you've been listening to mine and Matt's show. 1 month, 2 months, 25 months. That would really help. All you have to say in the comment section is say 25 or 1. And then I just have an idea is are people actually listening to this? And we know we have our regulars. We know we have our people who will comment. And we know that people do enjoy the show. I've had several priests even say that they enjoy the Monday shows, especially when Matt is here. Matt, come back soon. And so I think it has to be something is off here. And I know I sound like some conspiracy theorist because I am a conspiracy theorist. Okay, next topic. And I got this again from Mario Dirksen of Nova Soda Watch. Go check him out. You guys all know him. novasodawatch.org. The best. Former head of the Fraternity of St. Pius X in Germany changes sides. This is actually taken from english.katholisch.de. So it's a German website, but written in English. So it's kind of any news that is Catholic and in German is being reported on in English. So english.katholisch.de. Again, former head of the Fraternity of St. Pius X in Germany changes sides. A leading member of the Fraternity of St. Pius X has surprisingly changed sides. The former district superior of the traditionalist, Father Firmin Udresi, is moving to the conservative but Vatican II-oriented community of St. Martin. This emerges from a communique published today on platform X by the Swiss district of the priestly fraternity of St. Pius X. The communique speaks, I don't know, communique. It's been a long day, guys. The communique. Matt, stop laughing. It's going to break your stitches. The communique speaks of the pain and trial caused by Udresi's move. Nevertheless, they continue to pray for him. Udresi, who comes from French-speaking Switzerland, took over the leadership of the German district in 2013 at the age of 36. It is the third largest in the world after the USA and France. Udresi last worked in Switzerland in 2019. The Society of St. Pius X rejects most of the reforms of the Second Vatican Council. The main points of contention are the liturgy, religious freedom, and ecumenism. The founder of the Brotherhood, French Archbishop Marcel Lefebvre, broke with Rome in 1988 by consecrating 4 bishops, blah, blah. We all know that. The Communat Saint-Martin is an association under pontifical law of priests and deacons who work in various European dioceses and in Cuba. Oh, that's interesting. The community of priests has its only branch in the German-speaking world in Navarre, in the Archdiocese of Cologne. The mother house with the largest seminary in France is located in Évron in western France. So, yeah, they don't really give us that much information except for this priest, Father Udresi, has left the SSPX to join the Novus Ordo. And my question um, is anyone surprised? Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he leave? What makes the SSPX not part of the Novus Ordo? I mean, I suppose you could say, okay, yes, they have the proper ordination rights. Okay, yeah, fair. Until they allow in bishops who don't have the proper consecration ordination rights and priests. So they have neutered their own ability, their own difference in this realm of faith and even liturgy. Because if you're bringing in priests and bishops who aren't actually priests and bishops, then your liturgy is no longer Catholic. So are we surprised? I've had friends who first started, they were with me in let's say the CMRI, and then they slowly went over and said, yeah, okay, we'll start going a little bit to the SSPX because it's still Latin. They're still valid. And then they went slowly to the Society of St. Peter because it's still Latin. And that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. The Latin Mass. Except not. Except actually not. Except actually not. The Latin Mass is not the only thing that matters. It is one of the valid rites. There are other rites outside of Latin that are valid. You don't have to just have a Latin Mass to be Catholic. I don't understand why this is so hard to understand. I'm not like some gross, I'm speaking in German, big-minded theologian here. I'm a very minorly, kind of meh intelligent person. I can fully admit that. And it's still, that's my daughter yelling in the background. Sophie, do it yourself. I hope no one can hear that. And it just shows you that the SSPX is part of the problem. Now they'd say they're all heartbroken by this decision. Why? They're in union with Rome. They call Francis the Pope. Why are they heartbroken? Why is this a bad thing? It's so ridiculous. It's all words rather than actions. And so when someone actually acts the way they talk, I mean the SSPX. So this father, Udresi, acts the way the SSPX talks. They want to join with Rome. They are practically in union with Rome. They call Francis the Pope. And if he is the Pope, why on earth should one of their priests not go to one of his orders or whatever? It's an absurdity. I'm not saying that about everyone in the SSPX. I know people want to just be Catholic. I understand that with the SSPX, with Novus Ordo, etc. It's not the individual question. The former head of a large portion of the SSPX has gone to the Novus Ordo, and it shouldn't matter. So pretty much all you're saying different is that, well, he's joined a group that kind of actually thinks that Francis is Pope rather than thinks that he is Pope but doesn't care. And I know we have people from the SSPX listening to this. Well, this show, I don't know. We talked about that first, right? But do you care? I don't know. Anyway, my daughter's calling. I better go and save her. Everyone, please again say a prayer for Matt, that he gets healthy, and that he is back here next week. Maybe we'll talk about this topic because I think this is one that would definitely interest Matt, who is formerly an attendee at the SSPX. And I think he would have a lot of things to say. See, it would be better to have him here. And then I wouldn't just have to rant for 15 minutes. And so stay with us. Please comment. How many weeks have you been listening to the show? Is it 1? Is it 20? Is it 50? Is it 100? Is it, or you could say months. Months is better. Months is better. Let's stick with months. Let us know. It would really help us. And until next time, I'm Kevin. Matt, say hi. Hi, guys. God bless y'all.